Good evening and welcome to the Southwick Zoning Board of Appeals meeting of January 8th, 2018. We'll call the meeting to order at 7:01. Members in attendance are Bill Liss, Chris Mastriani, Mike Parent, Paul Gregoire, and our secretary, Wendy Cordero. Missing or absent are Dave Methy and Tom Stapleton. All right, so we'll now take a couple of minutes to read our minutes of the last meeting, and then we'll vote to approve or disapprove. All right, does everyone have a chance to review the minutes of the last meeting?
I did.
Motion to accept them.
Do I hear a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The minutes of the last meeting have been approved. Okay. Signature. Imagine that. There you are. Okay, what else?
Wow.
Any
The brass is coming.
do it?
The top brass.
Okay,
7:15, right?
so minutes.
That's it? Well,
That's all we got, the
the
mail.
mail from the, okay.
That's the mail for right now. Who's this person?
Local trade, yeah.
There's no E on it. All right. Well, we can't wait, get up until 7:15, so. Since we are waiting to,
Mhm.
for 7:15, are there any comments or anything from anybody, something new, or,
No,
so we haven't met in over a month?
yeah, it's been quiet though. Snow, cold.
Oh, yes, quiet and cold, yes. Mhm.
Copies to be handed out, or?
Of what?
I don't know.
No, this is the mail that came in.
That's the town report submission we're gonna need to get in.
Oh.
So make copies for everybody to take a look at.
I see, I see.
Oh, for us to,
Oh,
oh,
I didn't get a copy.
very good, Chris. We're observant of you. I give one to Paul.
I thought that was the mail.
Yeah,
I thought that
it
was
is.
the mail.
One for you
yeah.
too.
I get one too. Oh,
One for Tom. We'll save that for him.
how exciting.
Huh.
Well,
Well, let's read this and see if we approve
Right.
or,
I mean, I'll still have to get the number for you, of the number of variances.
13, huh?
essentially a copy of what we did last year.
It's exactly what we submitted last year.
The only
Okay.
difference is the
We'll have to change that.
number of variances and so on. Yeah, it's up a
Okay.
little bit from that.
Oh, it's cool, template. I agree with the template.
Pardon me?
I agree with the template.
You agree with
So-
it?
Do we want to differentiate down here who's a full member and who's a associate member?
I don't
Any
think
value
it,
in there?
I don't think they do that in the book.
Look here.
Okay,
This is for the annual report for the town.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So everyone has had a chance to read what we're going to
Yep,
submit to the
Just
annual
up-
report.
update our amount of variances, we have more than that, right?
Yeah, a few more.
Okay.
All right, yeah, we'll update the variances request from 13 to, I don't know, maybe 14,
Whatever,
15, maybe
16, yeah.
16. But
So,
so we'll research the records and act accordingly.
okay, we have a motion on that too?
Yeah,
So I'll put a motion to accept these with the changes that will forthcome for the amount of variances that we'll have to update.
A second.
I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, very good.
Piece of cake.
Okay, well, we're still waiting for the time here.
Okay.
So I'll put this on pause while we're
Yep.
all. Okay, 7:15. Please find below the legal notice for the following hearing. For publication in the Westfield Evening News, School Street, Westfield, Mass. From the Board of Appeals, Town of Southwick, Southwick, Mass. For release December 26th, 2017, and January 2nd, 2018. Notice is hereby given of a public hearing to be held Monday, January 8th, 2018, at the Southwick Town Hall, 454 College Highway, Southwick, Mass. At 7:15 p.m. to hear the petition of Sally Rubino of 16 Woodside Circle, Southwick, Mass. The petitioner is seeking a front setback variance of 60 feet in order to add a mudroom and garage to existing house.
I'm here.
I was waiting to see something, somebody.
You forgot your name tag, but come on up.
I'm John Pigley, I'm the contractor on behalf of Sally Rubino, who's a homeowner.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, both of you, yeah.
Well,
Sally,
wait.
come up too. We'll have you.
So, what we're proposing is a
Wait,
one-car garage.
yeah, right there.
With a mudroom.
Yeah, we're letting him, that's all right, we're letting him take the chair with the electrodes.
Yeah.
No problem, you got a Nate.
So here's the existing home now.
Did you get the names?
Yes.
Right here.
Last name.
Yeah.
Excuse me, could we
Yeah.
have your name for the
Sure,
record?
it's John. Last name is Pagliaro.
And you represent what company?
Bare Feet Properties.
Bare Feet Properties.
Yep.
And you're here representing Ms. Rubino?
I am, yes.
Okay, we got it.
Yeah. So basically, the existing home, we want to add a mudroom area, which measures 12 by 8. Which is here, so 8 feet off the house, and then a 14 by 24 single garage. We're approximately from the property line, the neighbor's property line, from the pin, we're about 44 feet from the edge, left edge of the house here. I believe it's a 10-foot offset, which gives us plenty of room.
So you said you got 8 feet
8
and,
plus 12.
Yep,
23
yeah, so
plus 12?
this in total is 26. And we're working with 44.
So you got 18.
okay.
So
Yeah.
we've got 18, really. Yep,
Plus it's enough to get by if we had to.
yeah, here's some topographical photos of the actual house. And you can see the driveway is, existing driveway. The property.
Do we know, did you find the property marker?
I did,
You
yeah,
did?
yeah, and
My neighbor's.
the neighbor here, he
Okay.
had it surveyed about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
We get your names?
My name's Tom Fabro. I live at 18 Woodside Circle.
Tom
Fabro.
Fabro.
Faber,
F-A-B-R-E.
got it? Okay.
So you're on the left side that they want to put the, okay.
Yeah, this one right here, that's the second photo.
So we don't have any issue on the side?
And no issue on the other side either, right?
Nope.
On the
Yeah,
right.
so we're asking for the variance, for a couple reasons. It's a 75-foot setback from the road, which would put her garage way in her backyard, off from the house. The reason why we want to attach it to the house is because she works late hours, early morning, comes home early morning. She's single by herself. As good as she looks, she's getting older, and she's got some
It's my son-in-law.
arthritis.
Did you have
Is that
to
what that
pay?
thing's for in the corner there?
So
Oh,
it's,
thanks, John.
Out comes the bat.
it's it's a security issue, and,
Yeah.
she's getting older, she's got some arthritis in her
Good
hands.
weather, you got.
The weather
He made me
related.
blush.
Um,
Flash.
Sometimes she's coming home at 2 in the morning
yeah, right.
because she's working for a catering company, and she's out in Boston, and she'd rather pull in the driveway and then go into the
So,
house.
so how far back from the road is the house?
That's
It's-
debatable.
It's about, yeah, so it's about 66 feet
How can it be
or
about if we
so.
found the pins?
No, the pin, we found the sideline pins, the side pins.
Yeah, so you have one
From
up,
the road to the house is 66 feet.
So it's not from the road.
that's not the property line though, the road, okay. Where'd you find the pin over here? You said you found the
Along
side
the
pin.
hedges, yeah, and the.
Yeah, how far back?
Yeah.
That would be your front line.
Oh, the front, well, I didn't find a front corner pin. I found, it was, yeah, so it's just a side pin.
Well,
Um,
it would be.
Could you
it's a lot
pinpoint
less.
on the picture here where,
Fine.
Just the same, it's about 32.
this is the guy we need right here.
32 feet for it, based on the
All
scale.
right.
Is your neighbor's house the same distance from the,
It's
It's
Very
very,
close.
very
Yeah,
close,
yeah.
yeah.
it's within like
do
a
you know
foot.
how far you are from the
Do I know how,
property line, not the road, but the property line?
where the property
Setback.
line is from,
Yeah.
from setback? I believe they set, when they set the pin, it's probably about 4 to 6 feet off the road.
Right,
So,
that makes sense.
The pin is, yes.
yeah, so we'd be looking somewhere
In here,
Around
Yeah.
60 feet.
4 to 6 feet in.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's where the tree is, I believe it's probably about 10 feet from
That tree.
Okay, for setback 10 feet.
No, it's set back about 6 feet, but about 10 feet
Oh,
this
oh,
way.
oh.
10 feet away from where that big tree is.
Okay,
We used the,
so 6 feet from,
So there are
we used
pins.
that map, it's 32.
so 32 feet.
Right,
Okay, thank you.
property line.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that'll work.
32 feet, so that's
All
going to
right.
be about 75. So you really don't
See
need
this right
60,
here? See
you need
this
less.
right here?
So it's 32 feet from the front line.
Yeah, I took my 66
This is
foot
24
measurement.
feet from the property line to the edge of the house.
Correct.
No, that's to the sideline.
That's the sideline, yeah.
That's the side.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
way.
that one.
So if we use yours, Chris, we got 32 minus 75. That's what we need for a variance.
Right.
So you,
But they're gonna be offset.
you would put the garage flush with the front of the house?
They're gonna be set back.
It would be, it'd be
The
set
garage-
back,
garage is
set back.
Garage and the mudroom are set, this is the front of the house.
Correct.
Oh,
Right,
yes.
so how
All
far
right,
back?
how far back?
Yeah, so, is there a scale on this? I think it's around 10 feet or so. Let me just see the scale. 1/4 is 1
Quarter is a foot.
Yeah, it's about 10 feet.
About 10
10
feet,
foot.
yeah.
All right, so that puts it at 42 feet.
42 feet minus 75.
All right, so your variance is what, 23?
33.
Is that right?
I wrote it in pencil. 33, 44, 40, 42.
So what do you got for a variance, Chris?
33.
33.
33,
Yeah.
okay. That's really all you need. But you were
That's what
asking
would
for
be-
60, so it's good.
Yeah, I
That's
took the measurement from the
It-
front of the
You're
road.
not, you're not the only
went all the
one.
way down.
That's why we do
Sorry.
this kind of exercise.
All right, and in the backyard, you have plenty of space
Yeah.
back there?
Yeah.
It's like over 80.
Okay. All right, so the only variance
setback.
required is the front setback
33.
to the
Well,
garage.
We need a lot area and a
Oh,
lot
for the-
frontage.
Oh, we don't have a lot area
Throw
here?
those in too.
How large is the lot?
Large,
I have it.
100-foot frontage,
It's 100
Point-
over,
point-
It's 100,
Two
now
eight.
it needs to be
150.
0.28 of an acre.
point, that's only a quarter acre,
0.28.
okay.
Six.
Grandfathered in?
All right.
Yeah, so you're 20,
Actually, right then.
you're 28,500.
Grandfathered in.
Well,
60.
We always put
I'll
it
let
in
Chris
there
read
just
it.
so it always meets that.
He's got it. We got it. So
Okay.
you gotta read
and-
what you got.
And across the front,
Is,
Uh,
it's 150.
100, you need 150?
50, yep.
All right, sure.
Yep.
I guess we should ask, what zone is this?
Or 20.
R40 or R20?
R20.
R20. Okay. I can't even- Yeah, 150, okay.
Yep,
Everything else copacetic, good.
read it.
How wide are the lots?
100 feet.
100
This is
feet.
100.
100,
100 feet by
125 deep?
125 deep.
Yeah. Yep,
Because that's what the surveyors told me.
yeah.
That's why I just wanted.
You say your probably about this identical, right?
Yep, yeah, all 5 of them,
Yeah.
they're all identical,
Yeah.
except for the very last one, he's got a double lot.
Yeah, what we're looking at is that zoning requires a front
You
of
got acreage and you got
150,
frontage to
and it's
relieve.
only 100, and I don't think we can stretch another 50 feet out of this zone. We'll probably let it go the way it
Okay.
is.
So how
Wanna
far
read
off the road do we start owning? Does the city own, or the town own a certain amount off the road?
It depends on where your property line is.
Okay.
In some places, we find the property line in the middle of the road.
We were told that years ago, they
Kid you
used to
not.
own the strips in between each house so that fire department can go up in case there were fires in the
Well,
woods.
well, believe it or not, that's part of why we asked about the
Right-of-ways.
size,
Oh.
because we're leaving room for vehicles to get by it
Right.
behind the house,
Okay,
okay?
anybody have
Well
more
said. Put a
more
motion in.
questions?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
Put a motion up.
I make a motion to grant the following variances for 16 Woodside Circle for constructing a mudroom and one-car garage. We need a lot area variance of 28,560 square feet, a lot frontage variance of 50 feet, and a front setback variance of 33 feet.
Second.
we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
done.
Thank you.
Granted.
Thank you.
You get them.
That
Thank
was,
you.
that was
Very
it,
nice.
wasn't it? huh?
Woman.
Thank
Days
you,
like
thank you, thank
Good
you.
job.
we've had, huh?
All right, we will,
This is good, like, those are helpful. Thank
we're
you.
going to, we will have to submit documentation of
Get
this
some
meeting
days
to,
over here, too.
Thank you very
to the
much.
town clerk, and they will hold on to it for 20 days in
Okay.
case someone comes in and has
If I
any
throw a big
complaints.
party, you're all invited.
Probably in the summer, how's that? Okay?
Thanks.
You have a neighbor about 2 houses away, John Beeves or something like that? I'm trying to remember. Well, a gentleman called my house today, said, just want you to know that I fully approve of the project. He said, I won't be able to attend.
Okay, good.
Okay, good luck,
you.
thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, let us resume.
Okay,
This says, this is going back, this is going back for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Store. So we've been asked to
How you doing?
have a preliminary this evening of I don't know what, of I don't know what.
You know
So,
what? Well, come on up, let's go.
please do.
I usually get the low chair,
No
works better
pity.
for me. How's the morale over there?
Good,
Is it good?
I think so.
Been a good week, huh?
we're gonna have a ticker tag parade?
You got a little chair, too?
Joe, is there a parade planned?
So
or-
June 1st?
Is there?
June 1st.
Yeah, very good.
So as you know, these gentlemen were in front of you a while back, and you guys weren't really thrilled with the plans, and they went back and did a little bit of research, then they contacted me nicely and said, hey, what do you think? And I said, well, let me go take a look at it. And I reached out to Bill Liss and said, Bill, what was the major problem with what you guys had seen? He says, Joe, you know, it's just too close to the road, blah, blah, blah. Great. They came back with a different version. I saw both versions. Personally, I like the first one better, but that's me, and I'm not in charge. So they came back with a second one that you'll see tonight. We didn't have the 2-week window, so we didn't want to rush things. We just wanted to come in and say hi, what your thoughts were, and go from there. So it's not a thing, we're not looking for a vote. We're not looking to bust balls. We just want to say, does this seem to work better? They actually reached out to Conservation. Conservation, you know how those guys are. They smiled and said,
yeah, oh, yeah.
you know what we'd love? They said, we would love if you came back to the ZBA and see if they can shave, you know, maybe 10 feet off here or there. So, you know, with much discussion with these folks and me, I said, you know what? Go back to the ZBA. They're open-minded for the most part, you know. At least present it to them, and if they tell you to go shit in your hat, they tell you to go shit in your hat, and we'll go from there. But, yeah, it is what it is.
Is that a technical term?
That's a technical
Could you
term.
repeat that, Joe?
Oh, it's there. And if you want to hear some more, it's on my meetings all the time, so. I'm the same way at my meetings, don't worry, guys, it's all the same.
Okay, it's
I don't
it's
care.
on this side
It's
of
all
the
good.
table. It's on this side.
It's easier for the lawsuits, that's how I look at it. It's much easier.
Easier for the lawyer,
Yeah,
right?
it's easier for the
Make
lawyers.
it easy.
So
All
I'll
right.
shut
All
up,
right,
and
no problem.
these gentlemen will show you some new plans and some new ideas
Excellent.
and see what you think.
Excellent.
Yeah, so just to kind of briefly touch a little bit more on the history. So this is the initial plan
First,
that was
first
submitted.
step, name.
Oh, sorry, Randy Myron with Bowler Engineering, sorry. This is the initial plan that was filed as part of the initial variance application,
Right.
which we talked about, I think, in late September.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right, this is College Highway, you know, as you know, 75-foot front yard setback along College Highway. This plan had the building 16.4 feet from the front property line, you know, and I think we talked about it. You folks weren't comfortable with it. So we went back to the drawing board. We then submitted this plan to both the planning board as well as the Conservation Commission.
Magic.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, right, so this is College Highway. The building has been located outside of the 75-foot front yard setback. We presented this plan to the planning board. I would say that they liked it. They were
Except for
very,
select board.
they were very
You don't have to
positive
present
about
it to
it.
me, though.
The planning board asked us to make sure that the Conservation Commission was also okay with it before they formally approved it. Makes sense, right? So then we then presented it to the Conservation Commission, and I guess the commission had some serious
He
concerns
said it
with.
was a horrible plan. It was terrible.
I-
Way too close to the wetlands.
Right.
Who
commission-
who
We
invited
liked the
him?
first one. I'm Dennis Clark, Conservation Commission Coordinator. And we liked the first plan better, of course, because there was some buffer between the wetlands and the loading dock. And you see
Yeah.
in this plan here, there's only 8 feet.
When you say the
were-
loading dock, is this the loading dock right here?
This is the loading area in here, yeah. And we were proposing a retaining wall approximately 4 to 5 feet from the edge of the wetland. So there
So
was,
the retaining wall will help with that.
There's a lot of things that could help with it. And moving it away would help it the most, giving it a little more room to be able to put plantings in there.
So if we went back 10 feet, you'd have a small setback variance.
Right.
so.
But you'd gain another, you'd have 18, almost 20
So it's
feet.
gonna be 65 feet. right?
So this is the plan that we'd like to show you, really to get your thoughts on, to get some feedback on.
Exactly
And
what I
that's,
said.
that's pretty much,
Imagine-
that works.
yeah, so that's pretty much exactly what we did. We shifted the building approximately 10 feet closer, and it's now, instead of being, you know,
That's
instead
right,
of being
okay.
initially 16 feet
Yep.
from the road,
Yep.
it's now 67 feet.
Yeah.
Still within the 75-foot front yard setback, but much further away from the street.
We also need a smaller variance to do that.
Yeah, and it also, I mean, allows
And it
us
appeases the,
to address, to
the
help.
other animal.
Right, we can provide a larger buffer here
Right.
from the wetlands.
Which came up in our initial conversation anyway about the wetlands, because I know they're picky about that, because we ran into it with others, no offense, Dennis, but I get it,
Yeah,
I get it. So it was a concern, that's all.
and then I think the other piece is that the parking area was also shifted forward, so I think we need a variance for allowing the parking within that setback line along College Highway.
Will you have signs that say no changing your oil in the,
If that's something,
Put
if
that in
that's
the order.
something that
That's
we
the
need to
planning
put, that's
board.
fine. Sure, we can,
Yeah.
we can. Yep. Yep.
there'll always be some crazy person out there.
Those are-
What is the pink line?
So
That's the-
Been in this
the
town
pink line is the
30-something
parking
years, and
setback
I've never seen
line.
anybody change their oil.
The
in
green
middle.
line is the
In front of that.
75-foot front yard setback.
We don't have to do it at 75, right?
What's that?
We don't have to do it with the setback
That's
line.
never is
Parking
never,
lines
right?
are-
Yeah, there is for
Usually
parking.
for
There's
Napa,
to be-
there's people in
They
that
have to have a
parking lot,
setback.
Napa doing.
Okay.
Yeah, there'd be two.
Two.
I think there would be two.
Yeah,
To be safe, there would be two.
so,
Is the parking
Yeah.
considered an accessory use?
What's that?
No, there are,
Is the we were just wondering if the parking setback is considered an accessory or if it's separate for parking, I don't remember.
it's part of the parking bylaw.
I had looked at this plan, and the only thing I recall from that, I don't know how it's called out. I just know that there's precedent
There's
for it in town, that type of variance has been granted before.
You know what? We don't care about precedent, honestly.
No, I
In
understand,
all-
but I'm saying,
In
no,
all
no, no,
honesty,
no.
we don't.
We should
It-
care
it's
about
from a- no,
precedent.
No, that wasn't my point. My point was that shifting the building 10 feet seems to be very beneficial from a conservation standpoint. It's not really detrimental to the overall plan. It's certainly less of a variance than was previously requested, right? And like I said, it's been done
I know.
this type of thing's been done, and I don't think that having that small dimensional variance up front for the parking is
The big,
remarkable.
the big,
No, I mean, we'd have to consider it just the same.
Absolutely, no, but the question was, how do we do it? And I know my answer to him was, it's been done before, so I don't know, we could look back to see how that was done, that was all.
It's 15 feet.
right,
parking.
it would have been the same in here for the entryway,
Yeah.
for the first spot.
So
Okay,
is this a 15, is that the
That is.
15 foot
that's the
line?
15 foot?
It is, correct,
Okay.
yep.
So you got a
Yes.
couple, okay.
Yep.
So is that corner? How far is that corner off the road?
It's off of the property line, it's 3 feet.
3 feet?
Yep.
So it's
Off-
about 8, 10 feet
Off the back of the
out.
sidewalk, it's probably, it's probably 8 feet.
Okay. You throw snow on cars in the parking lot there when they.
Yeah, I mean, right across the street, if you look at Tucker's and the cars are parked right up to the road, so.
My own personal building, we abut the island.
That, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, there's definitely a lot of places where you
Oh,
know, we actually
I'm not,
have the
I'm not
closest.
really concerned, I just was questioning, that's all. This is certainly, I think, more plausible than the original. That's my opinion,
That wouldn't be hard.
so.
Let's try to go one board back.
One thing I'd say.
What am I
is
messing up here?
Appreciate the effort to look at it,
Oh, there
to
it
do
is.
that, so.
All right, so here, we were going to be how far off the street?
That would have been right to the touch, but it would have been there, so.
How far was,
For here?
The building?
yeah,
I
It's-
think it's about 82 feet or so.
Yeah, that's your
It's
75
outside
setback
of that
right there.
75 foot.
So, on the
setback.
new plan, you're in about 6 feet on that corner.
Right.
You say 67,
82, and you're cutting it
67, correct, yeah.
82 down to 67.
Yeah,
Okay.
about 10 feet.
I guess the
Your
biggest
math is
concern
bad.
the
No, I know.
conservation.
It's close enough.
I guess the biggest concern that I would have had was that conservation land in the back, so I think this kind of, best of both worlds, I guess.
Yeah, and I think we've met with Dennis and
Yeah.
the commission. I think there would be, we've actually tried to enhance this buffer a bit by adding some plantings and stuff.
We asked them if
Something
they
to
could make
drag.
the store smaller, or if they could have less parking places.
We've been down that
Apparently,
road.
that's
Right,
not
right.
an option.
Right. Yeah, I mean, as it
Okay.
is, they're down to
Yeah.
25 spaces,
Percentage,
low
what's
as
the
they
square
could go.
foot of the building?
7,000. Yep.
And how much is the customer part of
The
that?
customer area, like the customer area.
Yeah. How many square
It's
feet?
50, I don't know, I think it's around 3,000 square feet. It's this
Right,
box.
That's what you're based on.
This
All right,
dash box
well, that's
here.
what we base our parking spaces on, that where you got that?
Yes, yep.
Okay.
Do they have a
Easy,
requirement for number
Yeah.
of
You need
cars?
16 is required.
We only need 16.
Yep, yep,
Town's requirement is a lot
Oh,
less,
that's,
but-
all
So
right,
it's
you
good.
only need 16.
right.
Right,
You got 25?
25, yep.
Okay.
Okay. All right,
There's a provision in here for making a certain amount of space of 16 feet instead of 20 feet. Have you, there's a,
The subcompact parking.
We actually have.
You have that
Yes,
in-
to help, really to kind of condense everything. It's not, and we
these
probably
are
need,
eight, these look like 18s here.
and these are 9 feet wide. We probably need to label it a little bit better in the plan that would get submitted to you folks, but
So is this 18 or is it 16? you're
this
saying?
is 18.
Okay. Are there any 16s in here?
Because you can make a couple.
There are not,
If,
no.
if we made 2 or
Right.
3 of these 16, then we gain 2 feet from the road? Or
I
from-
don't know, I know, see, O'Reilly likes to have, because they typically have larger vehicles coming in and out of their site, they like to keep the 18, that's like their standard. So they prefer not to have a 16-foot long space.
Right.
Then it sticks out into the drive aisle and it's harder to back up.
could you take the space on this end and make it just one space for this guy's Mini Cooper?
Oh, that's what this is about. Does he want a charging station too?
Got a
Is
smart
it-
car.
Yeah, he's got
Put
a smart car.
No,
I
that's
think
even too
Uber
small.
would just drop him there anyways. Those Coopers never run, they'll never
I
get
think,
over there.
I think in the general theme of a little bit of a sacrifice, that's not gonna be a major
Okay.
stop block. probably have some, we might have some planting in the front there anyway, who knows, you know, whatever, on the entryway.
Yeah, I'm sure we would.
Can I ask Randy a question?
Sure.
Would this extra 10 feet, would that satisfy the DEP's requirement for the stormwater that they have the issue with the 50-foot
Yes.
separation?
Yeah, it would. Yep.
As a side note, they've done a really nice job with the exterior of this building too, what they're submitting for their build-out.
Mhm.
It's definitely gonna enhance the community in that whole corridor right there. I was pleased as a fellow owner of another business in
Right.
town that they're willing to bring it to that level, 'cause not many buildings.
Not just a cement cook, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I was at the meeting, I saw the presentation, they had different grades of,
Yeah.
A, B, C, and they're using like the C version, which is a colonial thing with the gooseneck lamps and all
Oh,
that.
so it's more,
stuff.
yeah.
It's more New Englandy, yeah.
Right.
It's nice.
But it also puts that front facade facing much like the dollar store, and so it has a continuity throughout that quarter too. That's why I liked it, Joe.
Okay. I like the fancy upgrade, it'll match the DPW, you know. That's good.
We put a plow, we put a plow on the other side.
Put a plow on the other side, yeah.
Don't come for a variance though.
We do that in the middle of the night.
Maybe just an old blown-out engine we could put out there.
Yeah.
Well, someone will leave
Just,
something
yeah,
behind, don't worry.
mailbox.
There'll be something there. The mailbox will have a
Would
crank
it have
shaft.
to be re-advertised, like, starting over, it's re-advertised?
No, we did was it a continue, or
No,
no, you did.
no, they
yeah,
can
yeah,
back
yeah.
out.
We formally
Yeah,
withdrew it,
so
so
you
I think
have
we would
to
need to
withdraw.
formally
Yeah.
refile, but it sounds like you folks
With
were
that-
comfortable.
Unfortunately.
With this plan.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Great.
Yeah, that is excellent.
Okay.
Guys, thank you for hearing.
We
that
appreciate
was, you know, because I appreciated, there's been a lot of go
I know.
around, back and forth, obviously costly,
I get it.
and we appreciate being able to come to see it.
You're happier, Dennis?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
I presume that's all fill all the way back there?
Yeah.
For the-
They're
Another
raising-
5 feet would be nice, but I
Yeah.
don't want to push it.
they're raising the grade,
Don't
yeah.
sell past the
Yeah,
close,
yeah.
Dennis.
Don't, you have to. I mean.
Good.
All right.
Okay,
Excellent.
thank you.
Great,
Thanks,
thank you.
guys.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
So we'll be
Got it.
looking forward to receiving a,
A notification for local
Yeah,
filing.
yeah, it'll be a totally new filing.
Okay.
very
well.
good.
Guy calls me cold, man.
He says, who are you gonna call? I'm the only one that knows
Is
it.
that in the paper, is that you?
Yeah, he called me, he says, have you read it? Of course I read it.
We gotta get that on that town crier too. There.
But that's a great thing that you're doing. It
Yes.
really is. We had a,
Thank you.
we had a meeting.
All right, so we've,
So I got a motion to adjourn?
Yeah,
is there anything else to
Second.
discuss, anybody?
our next meeting
is
is
there
the,
anything-
do we have
anything
any
coming up in
business
the
for the
meeting?
next meeting?
Is there anything on the agenda?
Nothing right now.
Maybe this, they won't get it in time, but.
22nd is the next meeting, correct?
Well, then we
Correct.
couldn't, we wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
post it on time anyway.
So this
Right.
one won't make that meeting.
So there may be,
Okay.
may not be a meeting on
That's fine.
the
Be notified, I'm sure.
14, 20, whatever it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna be gone for March and April. So,
You were a little ahead of the game here. It's only January,
Good
come
for
on.
you, though.
All right.
Okay.
Now, would you make that motion now?
Oh, I'm sorry, motion to adjourn?
Second. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all right. Meeting is adjourned.
and analyze.
I thought I turned it the right